Little People, Big Worlds. Tori Roloff mourns loss of one of my favorite people. Former Little People, Big World star Tori Roloff suffered a major loss over the holiday when her grandmother died. The mother of three shared the sad news on Instagram this week, posting a sweet series of black and white pics featuring the late matriarch. In the first image, her grandmother sat in a chair holding Roloff's son Josiah, who was a baby at the time. Tori's other two children, Jackson and Leela, sat at their great-grandmother's feet. The next photo showed Roloff wearing a graduation cap, her grandma smiling proudly beside her, while the third was another photo of her grandmother cradling one of the kids as an infant, who gazed up at her adoringly. Just before Christmas, this world lost one of my favorite people, Roloff wrote in her caption. My grandma, my Marmee, she continued. To know Marmee was to know love and kindness and gentleness. She was one of the best people I have ever known, and I pray I can have an ounce of her grace and patience for people. She was always so generous with her time and money, and never said no to anyone. We were so blessed to have her so close the last 5 years, and I am so grateful for that time with her. Roloff also expressed her gratitude that her grandmother had the opportunity to get to know her children, which is the greatest gift I could have ever gotten or they could have received from her. I thank God every day that I had such an amazing grandma, and I know that she is with him now looking down on all of us. I love you so much, Marmee, she concluded her post. So sorry for your loss, Tori. I'm thankful that you have the memories you have had with her and your kids were able to grow up seeing her and learning from her grace and love. What a blessing. I send you comfort and love. God will see you through this difficult time and all will be okay, wrote one fan. Sending hugs. Lost my grandma this past June while I was pregnant with my first. It almost broke me she never got to meet my daughter. Grandparents are a treasure. I wish they lived forever, shared a second person. The Little People, Big World lpbw family has always been open with their fans, allowing viewers to witness their personal triumphs and heartaches. Recently, one of the show's beloved stars, Tori Roloff, took to social media to share some deeply personal news that left fans offering their condolences and support. Tori revealed that she had lost someone very dear to her, her maternal grandmother, a woman she referred to as one of my favorite people. In a raw and emotional post, she paid tribute to a cornerstone in her life, giving fans a glimpse into the love and bond they shared. This emotional update comes during a time of many transitions for the Roloff family. With the show officially ending and their family life continuing away from the cameras, Tori's vulnerability served as a reminder of the universal pain of loss among those we view as reality TV celebrities. Let's take a detailed look at Tori's tribute, the role her grandmother played in her life, the family's response, and how fans reacted to this somber but beautiful remembrance. Tori Roloff's post about her grandmother's passing was shared on Instagram, a platform she often uses to document moments both big and small in her family's journey. However, this post carried a different tone. Accompanied by photos of her grandmother, Tori wrote, My sweet grandma went home to Jesus this morning. She was one of my favorite people in the world. I'm so thankful for the life she lived and the legacy she left behind. In those few sentences, Tori captured the essence of her grief and gratitude. Her message wasn't just an announcement. It was a tribute filled with admiration, reverence, and a profound sense of loss. She acknowledged her sorrow, but also her appreciation for the memories and lessons passed down through generations. From her post and previous stories, it's clear that Tori's grandmother played an important role in her upbringing and development. Although Little People, Big World primarily focused on the Roloff side of the family, Tori occasionally shared snippets about her own family and childhood. According to longtime fans and Tori's past mentions, her grandmother was someone who instilled values of kindness, faith, and family loyalty. A devout Christian, she was instrumental in shaping Tori's beliefs and parenting style. Her influence can be seen in the way Tori raises her own children with patience, love, and an emphasis on togetherness. I hope I can be even a fraction of the grandmother she was to me, Tori wrote in a follow-up story. Jackson, Leela, and Jojo were also touched by their great-grandmother's presence. Though they are still young, Tori made it a point to include her grandmother in their lives, visiting her often and sharing holidays and milestones. In the same tribute post, Tori shared a photo of her grandmother holding baby Josa, her youngest child. She captioned it, "I'm grateful my kids got to know her, even if only briefly. Her love was a blessing." Fans quickly resonated with this sentiment, many expressing how special it is when generations overlap, even for a short while. Tori's awareness of how fleeting such moments are adds to the emotional weight of her grief and to the beauty of the memories she captured. While Roloff hasn't spoken publicly yet about the loss, fans know how close he and Tori are as a couple. Their relationship, though tested by family drama and the end of Little People, Big World has remained a model of love, loyalty, and partnership. Zach has always shown immense support for Tori during emotional times, such as the challenges of raising children with achondroplasia or the struggles with postpartum emotions. It is likely that he has been a steady shoulder for her during this latest heartbreak as well. Their bond has become stronger over the years, and this loss, though painful, is another chapter they're navigating together. Grieving a grandparent often brings a mix of reflection and renewal. For Tori, this moment appears to be one of deep introspection. Her recent stories suggest she is turning toward faith, family, and legacy to guide her through the pain. She has spoken about how she wants to honor her grandmother by continuing to raise her kids with the same values she was taught. There's a sense of generational continuity in Tori's words, a recognition that love doesn't end with death. It evolves and continues in how we live and love others. She loved Jesus, her family, and her friends so fiercely, Tori wrote, and she was never afraid to let us know it. Tori's mention of her grandmother going home to Jesus reflects her strong Christian faith. Religion has always been a quiet yet consistent presence in her life, one that becomes especially prominent in times of loss. Faith can be a powerful comfort during grief, offering the hope of reunion and the assurance that love transcends physical separation. Tori's belief in heaven and the afterlife is helping her find solace, and that strength is something many fans admire. In sharing her beliefs so openly, she also invites others into her process of healing. It's a gentle reminder that we're never alone in loss, and that leaning on one's spirituality can be a source of light. Tori's tribute struck a chord with her followers. Within hours, her post was flooded with condolences, prayers, and memories from fans who have followed her journey since she first appeared on lpbw. Some comments included, "So sorry for your loss. Grandmothers are so special. I know she must have been proud of the woman and mother you've become. Sending love to your beautiful family. I lost my grandma last year. It's never easy, but the memories last forever. Thank you for sharing this. Your vulnerability is a gift. May you find peace in knowing how deeply she was loved." Others shared their own experiences of loss, creating a sense of communal mourning and comfort. Tori's honesty allowed fans to open up about their grief, turning a moment of sorrow into a collective expression of love. Though Little People, Big World has officially come to an end, moments like these remind viewers why the show resonated with millions. It wasn't about drama or fame, but about real families, real love, and real life. Tori's tribute wasn't crafted for ratings. It wasn't part of a scripted moment. It was raw, unfiltered grief from a woman who had just lost one of her biggest role models, and that made it all the more powerful. In a social media landscape often filled with curated perfection, Tori's heartfelt message stood out. She reminded fans that loss is universal, and that love is the legacy we leave behind. As Tori and her family navigate the coming weeks and months, they'll be adjusting to a life without her grandmother's physical presence. Holidays will feel different. Visits will be quieter. But her influence will remain woven into bedtime stories, family traditions, and the way Tori nurtures her children. She ended her tribute with a sentiment that encapsulates the bittersweet nature of goodbyes. "We'll miss you every day, but I know you're watching over us. Until we meet again." From Tori's words, it's evident her grandmother was a woman of substance, love, and faith. She lived her life with joy, raised her family with care, and left behind a granddaughter who speaks of her with the utmost admiration. Her legacy is not just in the lives she touched, but in the values she passed down: kindness, grace, resilience, and faith. In Tori, we see the continuation of that legacy. And in her children, we will likely see it bloom further still. One of the unspoken gifts of Tori's tribute is that it gently nudges us to reflect on our own relationships with our grandparents, our parents, and those who've guided us through life.